All right, let's just dive right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking the absolute masterclass of legal and financial tactics a woman named Elena used to completely outmaneuver a massive 2-year betrayal. We're strictly looking at the mechanics here. How on earth do you flip the script on a spouse whose literal job is managing wealth and, let's be real, managing people? Elena's so consumed with work and Sophie's schedule, she doesn't even notice anymore. It's almost too easy. Ouch, right? That devastating text message from her husband David, a wealth management executive, is exactly where our story kicks off. Elena, an architect married for 11 years, stumbled upon this on his open laptop. Literally the worst kind of discovery. But instead of exploding, Elena treated this heart-stopping moment as raw data. In this message, it set the stage for a brilliantly calculated response. So, to really understand how she pulled this off, we're treating Elena's 6-month journey like a carefully planned playbook. We'll look at 1, the discovery and pivot, 2, the tactical performance, 3, uncovering the hidden money, 4, the element of surprise, and 5, winning the legal battle. Section 1, the discovery and pivot. When you look at this timeline, you immediately see the insane disadvantage Elena was up against. David had a 2-year head start. 2 whole years. He was building this entire secondary life completely under the radar. 18 months prior, he sets up a hidden crypto wallet. 14 months prior, the secret hotel bookings start. He had this whole hidden architecture built long before Elena ever saw that fateful calendar notification pop up saying, "Dinner, P, 7:30, same place." Now, here's where things get really fascinating. Think about your instinctive response. For most of us, it'd be a massive, immediate confrontation, right? But Elena, she just closed the laptop and chose silence. Why? Well, she realized that if David spent 2 years building an elaborate second life with absolute discipline, she was going to need to spend however long it took to build her response with that exact same discipline. Section 2, the tactical performance. This right here perfectly illustrates what you might call the iceberg technique. Above the surface, for 6 grueling months, Elena put on the performance of a lifetime, a completely fake reconciliation. She initiated date nights. She told him she wanted to recommit to the marriage. Basically, she gave David total relief from suspicion. But beneath the surface, she was quietly using secret cash she'd been saving up to hire high-powered lawyers and forensic accountants. She was building an airtight case right under his nose. And the crucial point here is that this performance wasn't just about buying time for the fun of it. Think about it. If she had confronted him on day 1, David would have had all the time in the world to make his money quietly disappear, coach his affair partner on exactly what to say, and probably paint Elena as the unstable, controlling wife. By delaying the confrontation, she literally stripped a masterful financial strategist of his ability to control the narrative or cover his tracks. Section 3, uncovering the hidden money. Investigating a guy whose literal day job is managing high net worth clients isn't something you can just DIY. So using those secret savings, Elena brought in the heavy hitters. She hired Marcus Webb, a divorce attorney famous for dealing with high net worth financial concealment, and Cheryl, a forensic accountant with 20 years of experience unwinding hidden assets. She basically built a tactical strike team that knew exactly how to track wealth that was explicitly designed not to be found. And just look at what they uncovered. Cheryl successfully traced $340,000 that had been systematically siphoned out of their joint accounts. Over 2 years, this money was stashed in 3 specific hiding spots: an account in his brother's name, that hidden cryptocurrency wallet we mentioned, and get this, funds laundered right through his own firm's books. But here is where David's massive ego left a fatal vulnerability. To fund his secret life, he was essentially expensing his affair to his company. The sheer audacity of it. Using inflated client entertainment expenses at his wealth management firm was a direct violation of their strict internal corporate compliance policies. So David wasn't just risking his marriage here. He had unknowingly created a massive professional liability that was about to blow up his entire career. Section 4, the element of surprise. All right, after months of painstakingly gathering all this evidence, the execution had to be flawless. Let's walk through exactly how they sprang the trap. Step 1, Elena waited exactly 6 months and 4 days from the laptop discovery. Step 2, she filed for divorce with absolutely zero warning, giving him no time to move assets. And step 3, this is crucial, her lawyer made sure David was served at his office, right in front of the very colleagues who had kept his secret. The element of surprise was absolute. Literally 40 minutes after being served, David called her in a total panic. His voice is cracking, and he just says, "I don't understand. I thought we were good." This tactic completely neutralized a seasoned financial strategist. He was left frantically trying to manage a situation that he had absolutely, unequivocally lost control of.
Section 5. Winning the legal battle. Now let's look at how this brilliantly constructed 6-month playbook translated into a courtroom victory. Once David's legal team realized the absolute mountain of evidence they were up against, they tried a pretty predictable tactic. They accused Elena of bad faith conduct, basically arguing she manipulated the marriage by pretending to reconcile. But her attorney, Marcus, smoothly countered it. He simply stated Elena was being a supportive wife while documenting the active, ongoing infidelity and financial concealment David had already been committing for years.
And that brings us to a really important legal concept you should know: marital waste. This was the ultimate weapon her attorney used to anchor the entire asset division argument. Because Elena had that undeniable, spreadsheet-perfect paper trail of the hidden $340,000, the court had concrete proof of the deliberate concealment and dissipation of marital funds.
So, what was the result of all this? Because of that meticulously documented marital waste and the extended deception, the judge didn't just split things down the middle. No, Elena was awarded a decisive 62% of the marital assets, along with primary custody of their daughter.
This breakdown really highlights the domino effect of Elena's patience. The forensic evidence was so bulletproof it practically destroyed any chance of a cross-examination. I mean, on the stand, David couldn't even explain a $40,000 transfer made to his brother during their supposed reconciliation. And remember those corporate compliance violations? Well, the court records automatically triggered a disclosure to his firm, which led to his termination and total professional disgrace. It was a complete and utter checkmate. What you should really take away from this whole explainer is perfectly summarized in Elena's own reflection. She pointed out that the staggering 6-month performance wasn't actually about revenge. It was the ultimate form of self-respect against someone who was actively managing an illusion. As she put it, she couldn't undo 2 years of being deceived, but she absolutely could refuse to be deceived twice.
Which leaves us with a pretty intense final thought. Executing a strategy like this, day in and day out, smiling across the dinner table at the exact person who is actively betraying you, that requires a mind-blowing amount of psychological stamina. It's an absolute masterclass in discipline, but it forces us to ask ourselves, if you were faced with the ultimate deception, would you have the iron discipline to fake forgiveness for 6 months to secure your future? It's a heavy question, for sure. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep questioning the tactics behind the stories we see.